Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Away With Me Travel Podcast, November the 7th, 2018. And just remember, your journey begins with us. Today, I am joined by a lady that when she climbs Mount Everest, she carries the Sherpas. The Sahara Desert, she does without breaking a sweat. A woman who free dives to the Titanic just for a cocktail under the sea. Our little mermaid of travel, Jamie Vigiano.
Oh, I am the Little Mermaid of travel. It's so cute. I've never been to the Himalayas, but it's actually on my list.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm addicted to the Titanic. Do you see that they're having the Titanic sail?
Yes. Would you do it?
No.
You would?
I'm all about karma, and I feel like.
But don't you think that they got it wrong the first time, so maybe they get it right this time?
No, I kind of just feel like they shouldn't repeat certain things. Why would you repeat such a horrific time?
Yeah.
In history, like, I don't know. Like, I have the original newspaper from when that happened in 1912.
Right.
Like crazy. Like, and to like see it and read it, and it's no. I just think that's so wrong on so many levels, and they should not be doing it. But if anyone wants to go, give us a call and we'll get you on the ship. But no, I wouldn't do it. Would you? No.
Yeah, I would for sure.
No.
Yeah, look, for me, I think it would be cool if you could go and you could experience that ship the way it was then. I mean,
I'd want to tour it like a museum. Like, I would love to go to the Queen Mary in California one day and just, tour it and see what that ship was and, her history in World War II. But I don't want to sail on it. I don't want to be on the exact same, journey that they were on. I don't want to sail over the Titanic.
You ever seen this picture? The picture, it's kind of small there, but the picture of...
Yeah, I have that on my Facebook page.
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts?
It's amazing.
No. I don't want to go on it.
My whole thing is, I think, all right, new technology, all that. I pretty much made that trek because I did the transatlantic.
No, you did. Yeah, you went into Southampton, right?
Yeah, so we were across from Canada over, and man, what an experience. I saw those 30-foot swells and cold and walked banisters. I made Katie actually... when we got on the cruise ship, I made her go up against the door just to show her there was room for me too. If something happens, that I can.
That's really scary.
Too, I don't know. Why didn't Jack get on the door? Come on, Jack, step up.
No, you know what? They actually did a whole scientific study about this. It's crazy, and you can go and look it up. Apparently, the buoyancy of the door, it wouldn't hold the two of them. They both would have died, and they did a huge study on it. Which is crazy. But there was so much stuff floating around that place.
Yeah,
go find someone with a life jacket and jump on their back.
Yeah,
I mean, something. But it was too cold. I don't know. And we did the tour. We're getting so off track here, but I did the Titanic tour in Vegas. And you get a ticket. I don't know if you've done it, but you get a boarding ticket. You go through, and it's the coolest thing.
Yeah.
And at the end, you find out if you survive, if you're a first class passenger, middle, whatever. So of course I was, I think it was a middle class. My sister was first. She lived. I barely made it out alive.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. I just love that stuff. Love it.
So we've been to something like that where you actually put your hand in the water and you feel like you're supposed to try to leave it in there for some amount. There's no way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was freezing.
No, and I've done ice baths after marathons, which is, they say it's the stupidest thing. I don't know why marathoners do this, but I'm like, I'm a real marathoner. I'm going to do this.
Right.
It is brutal. Why would anybody put their body through that? I don't understand, but I don't know. I guess Eskimos do it every day.
Let me bring us back in just a little bit to talk about not a cold cruise, but maybe a little warmer, because we have something really cool we just found out about today, and we want to talk about that before we get into our topic today.
Yeah, so excited about this. I was flipping out and I said, Justin, we have to talk about this before we get into our topic today. My Norwegian sales rep, Lori, who I love to death, she sent me a cruise promo today. And, being based in New York, Justin's down in the Carolinas, I'm in New York. We got a lot of requests for shorter cruises, and there aren't that many out of New York right now. Norwegian has one sailing only, 4 days to Bermuda, April 9th to the 13th. But get this, they're including all 5 of the Take 5 promos. You are getting your unlimited drink package included, your 3 specialty dinings included, free Wi-Fi. Your third and fourth passenger are free. They just pay the taxes. And you're getting excursions. Rates are starting at $3.99 per person. I can't even explain to you how crazy this is. upgrade to a balcony, you want to do like a guy's getaway, a girl's getaway, bachelorette party, something like that. Just a quick family getaway. 4 people in a balcony, including all of your taxes, your drinks, gratuities, everything, is $596 per person. It's crazy. So I booked myself. I'm going. So if you want to come, get in touch with us. We'll get you on the sailing. Like I said, it is only one sailing.
Mm-hmm.
This ship is actually going into the Baltics after this. So it's a transitional cruise. And they said, you know what? We're going to be up in New York. Let's do 4 days, 5 days, 4 nights, 5 days. And they did as a gift to, the New York area. So it's really cool. So definitely get in touch with us. It's limited. It will sell out. So especially with the Take 5.
Tell me where else in the
exciting.
world you can go that's all inclusive and you get all those other benefits for that price.
Nowhere.
A little
Nowhere.
over $100
And,
a night.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah. And if you're in this area early, if you get get in the day before, you can get a quick tour of the Intrepid, which I think is just one of those things that you have to see.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. My uncle was actually stationed on the Intrepid. Hi, Uncle Joe. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. So, get in touch with us. Let's get you on the sailing. Like I said, they start at $399 per person for an inside stateroom. It's awesome.
That's amazing.
So I know.
I
I'm
think
so
I might-
excited.
I
I
hope-
have to share this with everybody.
I hope Katie's listening because that's right around somebody's birthday and somebody
Yeah.
else's birthday over
I
there.
know. It's my 40th. So I think I'm going to go and celebrate on top deck, drink in hand for my 40th.
I agree.
Why not?
You should have 40 cocktails.
I could because it's all inclusive. I don't have to pay for those 40 drinks. I will have 40
Give
drinks.
me
That's only
another
10
cocktail.
drinks a day. That's only 10 drinks a day.
Oh, I was talking
If you
about
think
on your
about it,
40th birthday.
that's-
I was
that's
talking about just
really
the one
easy.
day.
Oh, the one day?
Yeah.
That'd be rough.
Yeah, you would feel
That'd be
bad for the
really
rest of the
rough.
cruise. That's for
I
sure.
would probably not make it to my 40
First birthday?
40. No, because that's a whole year. My 40th birthday plus one day.
No, you'd be done. You'd be done.
I'd be totally done. I can't even. Yeah, I'd be done. Alcohol poisoning.
Well, the good
But,
the good thing about this cruise
Yeah.
and about these opportunities is it leads us into today's topic, and this is a fun one. This is one of those
I
fun
know.
topics that whenever we came up with it, I was like, ooh, I wonder what
know.
my list is going to look
Oh,
like and what
God.
Jamie's list is going to look like.
I
And
know.
that is, we are going to do our top
Mhm.
individual top 5
Yep.
beverages
Mhm.
around the world.
Yeah, which is so cool. And if you guys have any of your favorite beverages from any of your travels around the world, shoot us a picture, send us a picture on our Facebook page, share it with everybody on the Way With Me Travel family page. We want to see your drinks, your favorite drink from anywhere in the world. I
Yes.
have my favorites, and I'll talk about my favorites, but I decided to do the top 5 that I would love to have
Okay.
because
Now,
I haven't been to these places.
we didn't talk about this at all before the show. We didn't discuss if we had
No,
the
so I have
same,
no
we didn't do
idea.
anything.
Yeah.
And when I looked at mine, I don't know how you looked at yours. I not only looked at drinks and culture, I also looked at location too. And
Yeah.
so I'm excited to get into this
Mhm.
and to see what yours is. Jamie,
Yep.
let's start with number 5 and work our way down. What is your
Okay.
number 5?
So I didn't list mine by number. It's just
Okay.
5 that I really want. So I'll
Mhm.
start with this, the first one, because I love Mexico. It's one of my favorite destinations. And I have been there so many times,
Mhm.
and I didn't know about this drink. And I am so upset that I wasn't able to have one because margaritas are my favorite drink. That's my
Okay.
favorite go-to. This is called the Paloma, and it is their margarita, but like on steroids. And it's more popular than the margarita. So the Paloma basically is tequila, lime juice, and salt. Your basic tequila. They take it to the next level with their local grapefruit soda. And that's why you get that pink color, the little fizz to it.
Yep.
I can make this here. I'm sure I could find grapefruit soda. So if I can, I'll make it. But I didn't even know about this drink there. And I've been to so many resorts. I travel locally and through Mexico. I've never heard of this. And it's the simplest little thing. So that might be like, my number 1.
That's a great
So,
one.
I know, it's just a simple cocktail.
Look at that. Look how delicious it looks too. It's just
I know.
it's
I
just
love the salt. The salt is
The
great. And
salt, the grapefruit, the pink. It's perfect.
I'm like the worst mother because when we go out to a restaurant or whatever, I always get a margarita and it's
Mhm.
always with, the salt.
Salt.
I don't know, there's people who get sugar. My friend gets sugar
Sugar,
on. I'm like, what are
no.
you doing? It's sacrilege. So I'll drink my entire thing and then my kids, Rocco especially, will eat the salt around the rim, like what's left. and it looks like he's like boozing up. Can't hurt him.
Katie's
Sorry.
laughing right now because you're better than me. I let Riley dip her finger in it and then get the salt off the rim. and then go
Oh,
like
that's
that.
bad. That's like full on tequila.
Nah, it's fine. It's just
At
a
least I
finger.
drink it.
Boom. It's fine.
He wants to suck on the ice because he likes to eat ice.
Right.
Like, don't let him. I feel like maybe it's like confused or something. And like when I don't know.
The thing is, I created a monster from birth because, look, I'm a Kentucky kid. And so
Yeah.
we tried, when Riley was teething a thing, we tried doing the whole like homeopathic on the gums or thing. The only thing that worked for her was bourbon. So I kept bourbon in the freezer and I would rub it on her gums. And to this day, she still doesn't mind the taste of bourbon every now and then. So,
Well, it's like,
but
'cause
anyway.
in other cultures, real quick, in other cultures, like my friend Paula, she's Italian. She started wine with water in her bottle when she was 2.
Yeah.
It's just different cultures. It's just what you do. So
Before Child Services knocks on my door before we finish this episode, let's move on. I'm gonna go to my number 5. And like I said, I was looking not only at drinks for mine. That's the fun part about doing these is, we can come at one topic 2 completely different ways. I'm looking not only at the beverage, but I'm looking at location.
Yeah.
And I am going to head over to Sweden. And I am going to go to. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm putting up the wrong picture here. Let's go back.
Is that
here.
Iceland?
Oh, maybe you might have got a little pick.
I know. I saw that.
I'm going to put up the ice bar in Sweden, in Stockholm. And the thing for me with this is I've done this before, not in Stockholm, Sweden. I've done it in Vegas. What a cool experience going and having these mixed drinks. It's 7 degrees Celsius in the ice bar. And so you go in, it's pretty cold, pretty chilly. Everything's made of ice. The cups are made of ice. And look, for me, it's simple. If I'm going to Sweden, one of the big drinks in Sweden is vodka. And so I just want straight vodka in a chilled, well, it's chilled, of course it's chilled, ice cup in the ice bar. And I want to sit there and experience that with that amazing culture. So that is my my pick for my number 5 for sure.
That's awesome. And with that, I've never had, I've had straight vodka, but it's always been like, whatever you buy, like it's just the way, whatever.
Right.
I want like real from that. Like I want to go to Russia and have real, because it makes a difference. It really
100%. Yeah.
Those ice bars, they actually have some of them on certain Norwegian cruises. They have those ice bars on board.
Oh, really?
And
okay.
It's the craziest thing. And you have to make reservations because it's so small. It only holds like, 10, 15 people. They give you the coats to go in. And it's literally like you're in Sweden. So if you get a chance to go on one of the Norwegian ships that has that. So my second one brings us to Singapore.
Ooh.
And this one has an emotional attachment. And I'm almost 40 and I've never had this drink before. I don't know why. And every time I go out, I'm like, I'm going to get a Singapore Sling. Nice. And the reason was my mom told me that when my dad was younger and they would go out, he would order Singapore Slings. Like, it's a fruity cocktail, weird. My dad was a hardcore beer drinker, like Guinness mug. So I lost my dad when I was 13. So ever since I heard the story, I said, I'm going to have a Singapore Sling in honor of my dad. And they've never had one. So what's cool is I'm going to go on this cruise in April and I'm going to order a Singapore Sling.
No doubt.
But I love this story because this drink was invented in Singapore, one of the famous older hotels. And back in the day, they had a lot of British travelers and visitors in Singapore. If you look through history, you'll see why. And they invented this drink in this hotel to, appeal to the British traveler. And that's where the Singapore Sling came for, because basically it's a sweet tropical drink. It's gin, it's pineapple juice, lime, grenadine, soda water. It's really a sweet tropical drink. So that is on my list.
That's a good one. It looks delicious too.
But I want to have it in Singapore.
Yeah, you need to. You need to go to Singapore.
Yeah.
Instead
I could get it anywhere here.
Now let me ask you this. In Singapore, is it just a sling or is it a Singapore Sling?
That is true, because you don't go to France and order French fries, and you don't go to Philadelphia and order a Philly cheesesteak.
No,
you get like stoned in the back alley.
Right.
So maybe it's just a sling. I don't know.
Can I get a sling?
Really good question.
Although that might be slang there for something else. You never know what you're going to get. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
I want to do a little research before you head to Singapore.
Well, it was invented there, and they named it, so it has to be a Singapore Sling.
I'll take a sling.
It has to be. I don't know. That's weird. But
I'm going to move on to my number 4, and you know what? This is the one that really rings true to me, to who I am as a person, because it comes from pretty much my hometown. It comes from a place to where I grew up. I grew up around this. And it is a Kentucky Derby mint julep.
Ooh, yes.
For me, I grew up about 30 miles from Churchill Downs. The 2 weeks there leading up to the Derby every year was always a huge thing for my family, and then going to the Derby. And the cool part about this is it's one of the most expensive drinks in the world. I've never had this beverage because the cheapest one costs $1,000. Of course, you can get it.
Insane.
You can get just a mint julep, but the really, really nice ones, $1,000, and you can bulk up from there depending on the cup you get, things like that. But here's the cool thing they do, Jamie, with that is not only do you get the experience of the Derby and you get the experience of everyone's dressed up, everyone's, the women are wearing their hats, and it's the pomp and circumstance of the Kentucky Derby, but all the money that they raise from these specialty mint juleps goes to donating to different things there locally. I think last year it was to fight some sort of horse research for different
so you're
things.
drinking for a cause. It's worth it.
Yep, you
That's
definitely
amazing.
are.
That's really cool.
It's a really, really cool experience going to the Derby. I had to throw something in that was a little bit me, being a Kentucky
I'll
kid.
Get there,
And look, that Woodford Reserve. I'm not saying it holds a prominent spot in my liquor cabinet, but it definitely does. So
I have never had bourbon or whiskey.
You're moving south sometime. You definitely will.
I've never had it, and the only mint julep I've ever had was the non-alcoholic version from Disneyland.
Oh yeah,
with the beignets. I've never had a real one, but I will. It's on my list. I'll just have to get down there and have one.
When you move south, I'm gonna turn you into a bourbon girl, where you're just gonna sit around drinking bourbon.
I remember stealing, going back to younger. I don't know if I was talking about this as a family show, but I remember going through my friend's mom's liquor cabinet. And I think it was whiskey. It burned the whole way down, and that is the last time I've ever tasted it. Turn me off.
There's a difference in whiskey and then true great Kentucky bourbon.
Yeah.
But we'll leave that for another show.
We'll leave that for another show.
Next one, Jamie.
My next pick, we're going all the way to Kenya. And when I was looking at drinks from around the world, I'm like, this is the coolest thing. I love bananas. You give me a banana in anything, and I'll be like the most excited person in the world. This is banana beer. And it's called Urwaga. And I think it's the coolest thing. And like I said, bananas are so awesome. And it makes this beer kind of sweeter. I'm not really a beer drinker. I like Foster's. I love real German beer, a light beer. But I'm not a beer drinker. So to add beer and bananas, and it's the coolest thing. So I don't know. And when I was researching this beer, the other cool thing is, for all of our Disney Dads running podcasts, get a hold of some of this beer, because apparently the rumor is that drinking this beer will make you an incredible marathon runner.
Really?
I don't know. Yes. And I think maybe it's the potassium or the magnesium in the bananas or something. And the beer gives you an extra pop. But I read that and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so funny. I'm going to link this to the Disney Dads podcast running group, because
that is interesting.
Isn't that the craziest thing?
And here I've been hoping Bud Light would help me run.
Bud Light's not going to help you, but this will.
What do you
Isn't that cool? So I'm that's
cool.
A double thing. So I like that.
That's a great choice.
That's my drink.
I like that. And that's cool. The thing. You're traveling there. You're experiencing it. My number 3, I kind of gave away earlier, but I'm going to do it now. And that is, I am heading to Iceland, and I am going to sit in the Blue Lagoon boozing. And here's the important part with doing this is you have to hold your cup just high enough, because you put it too far down the water, it's going to get warm. It's going to get hot.
Yep.
If you hold it too high, your hand's going to freeze. And I'm going to have a Brennivin, which is a local drink there in Iceland. And sometimes it's also referred to as the Black Death. And
oh my gosh, is that the one in the shark meat? Is that drink?
No, it's not that one. No, this one's
a different one. All right.
I know what you're talking about. This I would have a Brennivin because I want to be part of that culture, and that is my choice for that one. How cool would that be to go? And
so it's called the Black Death.
That's the so if you were to equate its other name to English, it would be Black Death. I think it's because I think it's caraway seed that they use, and the seed turns it kind of that darker color. So
yeah, weird. But that's on my list. I would just love to go to the Blue Lagoon. Iceland is one of those incredible places.
It's just an amazing spot.
And it's so easy to get to. Yeah. But a fun fact about Iceland, their tourism has grown so much that the government is going to start limiting the amount of visitors per year.
Really? Wow.
Yes, because they value their country so much, because it is such a treasure. that tourism hurts. It does. It hurts certain places, and you'll see that, around, different places. So
Right.
like Venice and, other places, Iceland, especially Reykjavik is, they're really going to start, cutting the visitors down, and it's going to be substantial.
Right.
It's going to be a substantial amount. So go now, if you want to go there. So
let's
fun
hear
fact.
your, what
So
are you
this
up
one
to?
is
Number
so
3,
off
right?
the wall.
Yeah.
No, this is 4. This is my 4th one.
Is it?
Mexico, Singapore, Kenya. Now we're going to
Ooh.
Ethiopia, which is
Right.
so like off the wall. I've actually never had any clients go to Ethiopia. I've never had a request there in all the 21 years, and it's beautiful there. They make honey wine, and I love wine. I love honey. I love sweet drinks.
Mm-hmm.
This is made in people's homes, and it just started being marketed. I actually checked. They do not have it in any of my local liquor stores, but it is being sold there and around. So they make it in their homes, and all it is tons of honey, sugar, water, and this stuff that they add to it to make it alcohol.
Okay.
And that's all it is. And it's dirt cheap. It's dirt cheap, and that's their drink there. And I just think it's cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
You talk about a culture
It
that,
is.
you look around the world. That's one of the things that's great about travel
Yeah.
is because you look at some of these cultures, and although they don't have a lot, financially and things like,
Yeah.
they find these little things that represent them as a people
Yeah.
around the world. And all of a sudden you have
It's
people like
true.
us that are like, I want to try this. I want to be a part of this. I want to experience it.
And it brings money in, like when they start shipping, the other countries, and the money gets brought back in, and you're sharing that part of, their culture. But when you go there, they welcome you in, and this is the drink that they serve, their honey wine.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think it's really nice. It's a nice, I don't know, like a gesture of goodwill. So that is my number 4.
Ooh, that's a really, really good one.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going the other way. I'm going to go with my number 2.
Okay.
My number 2 spot and my number 2 drink that I want to experience.
Mhm.
And I am heading to the Alex Caverna Lounge in Playa del Carmen, Mexico.
Okay.
And let me show you why.
Shut up. That is so cool. Is that
It
the
is
cave?
It is the
How do I not know
only,
about this?
it is the first cave restaurant and lounge in the world, and it's there in Mexico. And you go and you can eat and you can have drinks. And I am going to have a drink that my good friend Jamie told me about, the Paloma, that we've already talked about.
Shut up. We always have one that matches.
We always have one that matches. That's it. I'm going to go have a Paloma with that amazing Mexican grapefruit and the tequila
so
blanco.
Cool.
And I'm going to sit in the cave and I'm going to enjoy
cave is
that
awesome.
delicious. How amazing is that?
That is so cool. I love the caves. We did the caves in Xcaret. Have you done that with Underground River?
No.
If you're ever, you can even take the if you're on a cruise that goes into Cozumel, you can take the excursion into Xcaret, and it's an ancient underground river,
Right.
and it's in a cave. You can't see the bottom. It's a little creepy at times because some of them, it's almost like pitch black, and the only light that's shining in are the holes from the the top of the cavern, and you don't know what's in that water with you, but it's crystal clear. You have your life vest on, and the current is pulling you gently all the way through. And at one point in this cave, it opens up to a massive cavern, and the current changes. Now it's pushing against you. So they have a rope, and you can get out if you can't handle it, but you have to pull yourself. So we pulled ourselves all the way, and through it are ancient cave drawings and, from the Mayans. It's the most incredible experience. I just think if you get there, it's awesome. And then the other caves that I love are in Bermuda.
Mhm.
And one of the caves, they turned into a spa. And at night, it turns into the same thing here. They have a nightclub and like a disco. So that's pretty cool.
That's really
at the Grotto
cool.
Bay Beach Resort, which I love. Yeah.
And I
Caves
heard
are
there's
awesome.
a good opportunity to get to Bermuda. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think it's on that.
it was only like
Norwegian
$600 a
getaway cruise.
person. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I think it leaves
Mhm.
April 9th to the 13th. What a shameless plug.
it. Yeah. The last professional broadcaster over here.
I know.
Yeah,
It's all
I,
good.
I love it. The caves
so
for
it's my
me.
turn, yeah.
Well, hold on. The caves for me,
Yeah.
they represent perfectly what
Mm-hmm.
drinks can do with the culture, because it's not just about what you're drinking, it's about where you're drinking it.
Yeah.
And what a cool experience to be able to go down there and do something like that.
That's
I
awesome.
love it.
I had no idea that this was there. So now I have another awesome place to recommend to my clients who go there, because Playa del Carmen is awesome. If you haven't been there, it used to be like this little sleepy fishing village. The resorts now that are down there, all inclusive luxury 5-star, but a lot of them are still within, a 10-15 minute walk into the center of town, where you're getting all your local restaurants and bars and pubs. They have the discotheques down there. Playa del Carmen is awesome.
Yeah.
So definitely get down there. And close enough to Cancun where you get both. So cool.
Called the Alex Caverna Lounge. Alex Caverna Lounge. So
I'm gonna have to
great
put that
place.
up on my site. So cool. That's awesome.
Jamie, give me your final pick.
So my final pick, we're going to South Africa, and it's called the Springbokkie. And this is, I just love the name.
Look at that thing.
And I love, is that cool? It's so cool. I love mint. So like, I love the mint julep. I love, peppermint schnapps in my hot chocolate and things like that. I love this. So this is just a mint liqueur and an African cream liqueur called Amarula. And it's kind of like, they explain it as kind of like the Shamrock Shake, the Irish Shamrock Shake.
Okay.
Have you had one of those?
No.
You don't have one of those either? All right. So it's like that, but like really alcoholic. Like it's really boozed up.
Okay.
So that is my final pick. And it is just beautiful to even look at.
It is really pretty. I mean, look at that
So
thing.
I want to see if they can make it someplace else. Like if I can get it here in America.
You could probably get the stuff to make it.
Yeah, I guess. when we go on the Disney cruise, I'm going to see to do that mixology class. And like put the request in. Because they have crew members from all over the world. There has to be someone there from South Africa who knows how to make a Springbokkie.
I know people that are on board from South Africa, and not only that, but I am very, very good friends with if she's still there, if she was, a couple months ago, with the woman who runs the mixology. She's the one that put on the Berioska for me and invited me to the last mixology.
That's awesome. So, find out if they make this there, because
I will.
That would be so awesome. Like bring a little South Africa to the Bahamian cruise.
I love it. I'm going to go to my number one, my one pick. If I have one pick to go, it's probably, I would always dream of doing something like this and of drinking a drink like this. I think it's just so cool, like what you get. I'm going to go to the Maldives.
Yeah.
Which that alone should be enough to get anybody to go, experience.
I could just sit there and drink the ocean water. I don't even need a cocktail. Like that's how much I want to go there.
I'm going to go to this bar called the Sub 6. It's a lounge. And the Sub 6 is
oh my gosh,
the first underwater nightclub 20 feet below the Indian Ocean. So
that's insane.
As you sit there, you're under the ocean. You can watch everything swimming by, the crystal clear water. And I'm going to go and I'm going to enjoy a raw, R-A-A, raw. And it's a toddy. And it is tapped from the palm trees and left to ferment there locally.
Weird.
Because the Maldives are they serve alcohol in all of the resorts and lounges and stuff like that, but locally, because of the culture, they don't drink alcohol. They don't sell alcohol. So this is the closest thing you can actually get to an authentic Maldives drink, which is the raw. And I'm going to go there.
Is a toddy hot? Is that a hot drink? What's a toddy?
You can do a hot toddy, but that's not.
What is a toddy? Just like a or whatever. I don't know what that is.
I'll drink.
I've no like hot toddy. Like it sounds like a Christmas drink, like the the mulled wine or whatever. Look at the ceiling of that restaurant though. That is so awesome because they have the underwater hotels. They have the underwater restaurants. Again, I didn't know they had a nightclub. I'm learning so much today.
Isn't that amazing? Look at that. I mean, if you go to the Maldives, this is a must do.
Under you. It reminds me of the Coral Reef in Epcot, that restaurant. But this is a real life living, I was going to say a living aquarium. It's not an aquarium because it's real.
Yeah.
But it's just so spectacular.
It's just amazing. So cool. Like that
Maldives
for me.
It's so innovative. One of these days I'll get there.
What it does for me though, every time we do these shows is I go, oh, okay, I got to go there. Oh, I got to go there. Oh, I got to go there.
No, I want to go to the Maldives so bad, but it's such a long flight that Michael said he'll never go. So I need to go like on a girls trip or something.
Right.
Or drug him and just get him on a plane because it does. But it's worth it when you get there, and you're not going for 4 nights. You're spending 2 weeks there.
Yeah.
And you can swim with the what are those sharks? They're massive and they're gentle. What are the name of them?
Whale
Not
shark.
a nurse shark. Is it the whale sharks?
A whale shark.
They're like speckles. I know that you can swim with them
Yeah.
there, and it's just one of the few places on Earth that you can do it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a bucket list type thing. It's so cool.
I tell you what.
So
Out of
awesome.
all 10 choices, we only had one that kind of we had the same
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
A great choice on that one. I think it represents Mexican culture with
It does.
Paloma. 9 other drinks and locations that you should be
Mhm.
traveling to around
Yeah.
the world. I mean, look, travel around the world not
Mhm.
only for travel, but experience these cultures as you travel.
Yeah. And
And
you don't
do
have to
it through
booze. I
beverages.
mean, you can have
No.
you can have we had what I don't know your favorites. My favorite drink that I've ever had in any destination, any place I've ever been is the famous rum swizzle in Bermuda.
Okay,
And
I
you
never
have
had
to
it.
have it at the original Swizzle Inn. It's Bob Hope, because Bob Hope used to hang out there all the time, and Bob Hope said that don't ever worry about your airplane running out of fuel, because all you have to do is fill the plane with rum swizzle, because that's how strong it is. So that's like a famous Bob Hope quote.
I love it.
That is my favorite drink in the whole. I could do pictures of it and like stumble out. It's just the most amazing drink.
Well, I want to put this up real quick, and I'll put it up just so people can see it there. Around the world in 80 drinks,
So
80
cool.
drinks that represent cultures from around the world. We'll
So you
post
see in
this.
France they have absinthe. I thought absinthe was illegal in the United States.
Well,
Is that
it
a different
is.
cocktail? Wasn't it?
So it is. So you can buy absinthe, but you can't
Yeah.
buy the like hallucinogen on top of the absinthe that you drop in.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you
I'm like,
can-
I think that's illegal here.
yeah,
But
yeah.
so many awesome drinks around the world. So definitely go travel, go experience it. All the different types of wines, and have champagne in the Champagne region of France, where
Yes.
I mean, it really does taste different there. I'm
Yes.
not kidding. It really does.
Go to Scotland and have
yeah.
have some
Get a
single malt.
Guinness. Yeah.
You know what?
Desire-
You mentioned Guinness. I almost put that on my list because
Yeah.
I have been to Dublin, and I've been
Mhm.
to the Guinness factory, there.
Yeah.
And what a cool experience as you journey up and you get to the top, and you can have a Guinness poured right there. They
Did you do
teach
it
you how
yourself?
to pour it.
Yeah.
So it's
So
a
awesome.
really, really cool experience.
It really is.
And it's
That's
funny,
awesome.
we not only talk about drinks and food, but these are the reasons. This is how you experience culture.
Mhm.
So get out there,
Yeah.
experience this stuff, and there's so
Mhm.
many great opportunities to
Yeah.
travel the world.
We'll have to do a food one next.
Yes,
Favorite
I agree.
foods.
Let's do it.
Or, we'll pair the foods with our drinks.
I'm
That,
hungry.
had
Now I'm
this.
hungry
I
and
am
thirsty.
too. I know.
Oh, what do you do? Well, I'll tell you what, there is one great place that we can both eat and drink,
Mhm.
and that's on
Well,
the
there's so
Disney
many.
Dads podcast cruise.
Oh my gosh, I know. I am so excited about this. We talk about this every show, but for good reason, because it really is that awesome. Yeah, we have about 100 people so far going, more, requesting rates every day. And time is getting short. It will be here before you know it. And the final
Yep.
payments are coming up in
4 months, 5 months, 6 months.
Yeah, like 5 months,
5
right?
months. Yeah.
Like
5 months.
it's really getting there. So if you want to quote on that, get in touch with us. Don't miss out. It is so awesome. And Justin and I have been planning and ordering, cool gifts and, giveaways and things. If you can't make it, or if you are going on the cruise, you want to hang out with us before, we will be in Disney World 4 days prior to the sailing.
Yep.
Start booking that now. Get in touch with us. We'll get your rates. We'll get your passes set, your Magical Express set. If you need airfare is not out yet. For July, it should be soon though. I'm counting on any day. They already a few weeks ago they released until June 12th, I think it was. So it should be soon. So don't wait. Get in touch with us now so you can secure the hotel that you want. It is summer season. It is peak season. The hotels will start selling out. So that's with that one.
I'm not saying keep it a secret. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that most of us are going to be in the parks after the
Yeah.
cruise too, but probably will be in the parks after the cruise for a little while too. So
I think a couple of people are already booked for after. Actually.
yeah, so just keep that in mind too. Though
But yeah.
we might have so much fun before and during
Just
the cruise that
extend
we're
it
just gonna
out.
have to keep hopping on days afterwards. So
Exactly.
so even if you can't do
So
before,
much fun.
think of after too.
Definitely.
What was I going to tell you? I think
Oh,
you know what,
so
Jamie.
much stuff.
I think we hit most of it. You
We
can always
did.
find all of our information
Yep.
at www.awaywithmetravel.com.
Mhm.
Contact Jamie and I at our emails there. There's great opportunities for you to travel all over the world. We are here to help you do that. So, these shows have gotten so much fun. I look forward to them.
I know it is a lot of fun.
And you should see me, Jamie. Whenever Jamie will call, and I sit because we'll start talking about gifts on the Disney Dads cruise, or we'll start talking about it. And I'm like a little girl. I kick my feet behind me, and I have my phone. I'm so excited. Let's go. Let's do it.
So excited. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, look what I just found for the Disney cruise to do as a giveaway.
Yep.
And it's exciting because, we're giving back. We love our Disney Dads family. We love the Away With Me Travel family. And we're so grateful for all of your support. So if you could support us back, we would appreciate it so much. If you go on, give us a few 5-star reviews, leave some comments.
Definitely.
Get involved because it really does push us up higher so more people can see us.
Yeah, 100%.
So, and that's our goal.
And if you haven't done it yet, head over to Facebook, join the Away With Me Travel family there at Facebook, the Away With Me Travel Facebook page, the Disney Dads podcast page, over 1,000 people over there that are amazing.
So cool.
Just loving Disney, sharing that Disney magic daily. There's a lot of great opportunities for you to come and interact and be a part of those families. So please go join those.
Right.
We'd love to see you there. Hear your travels, hear your stories about travel, the dreams you've had around the world, pictures, things like that. So come join us, come be a part of those groups.
Absolutely.
And we will tell you what, Jamie, until next week and the next topic, I'm gonna go eat and I'm gonna go have a drink and I'm gonna go relax.
Well, I don't know what I'll probably go back to work, but keep on traveling, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
All right, Jamie, see you later. Keep traveling, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
This has been YDF Media Productions.